when you enter TV10 at Vistaprint.com.
I have no desire to sit up here with a catcher's mitt and field questions about Martavis and his social media habits, to be quite honest with you. We've invested a lot in Martavis since we drafted him. He's not available via a trade. We've invested a lot. We've covered a lot of ground. It's obvious that we still got more ground to cover with him because we're having a conversation about him that's not football related.
If the playoffs started tomorrow, the Pittsburgh Steelers would have the #1 seed in the AFC. Think about that. And yet, the ongoing saga of receiver Martavis Bryant continues to be the center of attention. Back on October 15th, after a win over the Chiefs, reports surfaced of Bryant demanding a trade over some frustration with his lack of involvement in the offense. And then, on October 22nd, after a win over the Bengals, Bryant again voiced his displeasure with the team, this time over Twitter. And then he went on to miss the team meeting on the 23rd. Now, you just heard head coach Mike Tomlin strongly denying any chance of Martavis being traded. Ben Roethlisberger telling 93.7 Radio on Tuesday that Bryant should, quote, come talk to your quarterback instead of airing grievances in public. As of yesterday, Bryant was demoted to scout team, and our very own NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported that Bryant will be inactive on Sunday. So we have all this information, but I need some perspective, and for that, I throw it to Peter and Nate.
All right, so I'm going to kind of present this as voice of the fan, voice of the outsider, voice of maybe some teammates in front office and coaching staff. To me, Martavis Bryant appears from all these reports to be in the wrong on this. They have covered a lot of ground, is what Mike Tomlin said, meaning they have put up with a lot with Martavis Bryant. For a team to still be discussing a third or fourth wide receiver's playing time and his social media, I know I sound like the grumpy old man here, Burleson, but I don't see any way you can defend Martavis Bryant's actions this season, considering all the Steelers have done for him.
Well, instead of being a player and sitting up here defending him, I'll just play Martavis. Okay. I'll take you inside the mindset of a guy that's in his position. Now, it's easy for you, for the media, for the people that are fans of football to look at me as another spoiled athlete wanting to get money. I get that, but in the business of being productive and that production bringing you money, I don't see where I fit in right now. I'm looking at this team. Big Ben, he's got paid more times over. AB, he's getting paid. Even Le'Veon Bell on a one-year deal, he's getting paid and will get paid. I'm coming off a suspension. Like I said, I want to feed my family. I'm not trying to make a joke on the trust people, but yes, I do want to feed my family. And if I'm sitting back and I'm not getting the rock right now, what's going to happen next year when the negotiations start? And they come to me and they say, well, you know, it's been a couple years since you had that big game against the Broncos in the playoffs. I mean, that was 2015. It's 2018 now. So we're going to pay you this because you're not doing that. And what I'm saying right now is I want to do more. I came out and I said, I want to be the best and I don't want to shy away from it. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is that you're a distraction from the team. And again, I'm not playing any role here. I'm being me, Peter Schrager, just from the outside saying this is a 5-2 team. Juju Smith-Schuster was drafted early and is playing well. And this team, the last thing they need right now is a distraction from a guy. Just come, do your job. Don't be on social media. Tell your family. Maybe don't necessarily air grievances publicly.
Yeah.
We're gonna. If you take care of that, we will take care of you. Last year you were suspended. We sat by your side. We stood up for you. We were there for you. The fans stood up for you. And here you are, you're coming back off a suspension,
right,
which you did to yourself.
Right.
And you're going to be the one crying about playing time and targets?
Listen, I get that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the team looking out for me, but this isn't about my suspension. This is about this year. And you're saying that Juju's playing well. Nothing against Juju. I love the young wide receiver. I'm going to be there for him. But I'm tied for 100th in catches. So you're talking about opportunities. I'm not getting them right now. And you're talking about all these different things that are going to play a factor into me not being on the field or me just sitting back and not acting like a sport athlete. If I was working in a cubicle downtown and I wanted to go take another opportunity, I can do that. This is football. I can't do that. So I'm under this contract, which basically I'm under cuffs sitting here saying, okay, what's going to happen if I don't get taken care of? You saying we're going to take care of you, we're going to keep everything in-house, right? What happened to Odell? Odell didn't show up over the summer, and everybody say, oh, you know what, Odell, you need to show up. You need to do what you need to do and be a football player. Boy snaps his leg. Now he's sitting in the hospital. I don't want to be sitting in the hospital thinking to myself, my best days are behind me. My money is in my legs. If my legs are going, I'm good. If I'm an accountant and I lose my mind and I can't do it, then I'm out of work. I'm out of work if these go. I'm trying to get paid while I still can. I'm young, I'm talented, I'm fast, and if I go out there and do my job, whether I'm with this team or somewhere else, I can take care of my family.
You were a fourth-round pick that the Steelers took. We have groomed you this whole entire time. You are in a winning culture. You are a piece of this team, and that's the key word, team. You're making this about yourself right now. Team, team, team. That should be the mantra right now. And as we are 5-2 in the #1 seed, do not derail this. We are looking at a Lombardi, and not just for Ben or AB or Le'Veon, for all 53, for the fans, for the staff, for the terrible towels. Do you want to be the reason that gets in the way because of social media?
No, I don't want to be the reason. I don't want to be the reason that people are distracted. And you keep saying team, 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 and I'm thinking about myself. Damn right I'm thinking about myself. When you leave college and you go get a job, whether you're working in the workforce or you're a professional athlete, you go get the highest paid job. It's no different than me. I want to get as much money as I can while I'm in it. This is a short window of time to take care of the rest of my life. And I'm looking at all these other people. Juju's good. He just got here. AB's fine. Business is booming. Big Ben is a legend. He got money in the bank. Le'Veon, we know he's next up to get paid. The question is, where do I fit in? And now all of a sudden you're going to devote me to scout team? Scout team? And I'm one of your best wide receivers? Not just on the team, but in the league? And I got to sit here, run around and get the defense better when I should be showing up on Sunday scoring touchdowns? How you think that makes me feel? You keep talking about the suspension, but listen, I'm still on the team. You guys didn't let me go, so I'm here for a reason. You guys need to put me on the field and let me get an opportunity to make some money. I'm not saying pay me now. I'm just saying play me now and give me some opportunities.
All right, so you're going to be most likely inactive this week. You're not going to say we don't dress you for a couple weeks. How are you, Martavis Bryant, going to respond to that? Are you going to go to social media? Are you going to sulk about it? Are you going to get in your feelings?
Right.
Or are you going to come back stronger than ever and be a part of this team? We're trying, Martavis. We really are. We're trying. This isn't a one-week thing. This has been several weeks leading up to this. We're trying everything we can do to keep this thing together.
Listen, I'm going to get out my feelings, and I'm going to get on the field. All I ask is that you work with me. I'm going to stay off social media. I'm going to tell my family to chill out. But I can't show up on game day and be sitting on the sideline and not getting the rock. You do good by me, I'll do good by you, and as a team, we be good.
It's pretty good. Woo! Pretty good.
Oh, wait, Nate, is that what you really think, though? You're just playing Martavis' role. What do you really think, really quick?
I completely understand where he's coming from. But I've been a player to never rock the boat. And I was taught that at a young age, that you come in and you do your job and you wait till the opportunity in which you are a free agent to start talking money. I get where he's coming from, though, because there's a certain panic that sets in when you see similar guys in a situation that's close to yours,
right,
like Odell, and he's sitting in a hospital bed, and you're seeing all these different guys around you getting paid. I've been in that locker room before where I'm a young guy on a young contract, and I happen to peek over to the seat next to me as checks are getting handed out, and I'm just thinking to myself, whew, that's a lot of commas right there. I don't get that type of money. How do I get that type of money? And people always say, well, you're an athlete, just chill out and deal with it. It's hard to deal with it when this game is so fleeting. So for Martavis, he's trying to get things situated now. And when you're not getting the rock, that's even worse than you not seeing the money in your account, because you're thinking, wait, what's going on? Is there a conspiracy theory? Because if we don't get the rock as players, that's the first thing they say, okay? First they look at your body and they scan you. All right, how many injuries you had? Okay, that's the reason why we're not going to pay you. Then they say, what's your body of work? Okay, it's been this long since you've done this. All right, what have you done more recently? Because this is a what have you done for me lately game. You know what? 2017 really wasn't your year. All right, so it's just like when you go buy a car and they start knocking off all these things. At the end of it, you're like, okay, that's not the number that represents me, but that's what they do in the front office. So he's trying to communicate with them about what he's doing on the field.
To Nate's point, Martavis Bryant, for as talented as he is, the 143rd highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. There are 142 receivers around the league who are being paid more than him. He can renegotiate his contract. He's a fourth-round pick still on his rookie deal.
Great stuff. Great conversation here. What do you guys out there think? Tweet us at #